Good morning from Revivalists. I'm Eugene Miller, and this is your revival moment where we look up to reach out. Today, I want to empower you to recognize selfishness in your life. Now, obviously, that's something we all love to hear. Philippians 2:3 says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves." We've all heard this verse in many different forms. And to me, the gist of what we're talking about here is that in anything we do, that we are to give honor and glory to God. But ultimately, why do we do what we do? Whether it's ministry or work or friendships, relationships, whatever, what is the purpose and the motive behind what I'm doing? Often I find that's where I go wrong. I can be doing good things for the wrong reasons and for selfish reasons many times. Um, an example for me is in conversation. What am I doing to value the other person when them and I are talking? Am I asking questions? Am I learning about them? Am I just repeating information that I already know? Would I prefer to talk about myself more than hear about them? Just some things to think about as we look at what selfishness looks like here in 2022, now in the new year. What is things that we're dealing with now? Not just, oh, we all know selfishness is bad. We all know it's something that should not be a part of a believer's life. But what does it actually look like just in a raw form, in a real everyday life? Decisions. What are my motives in the decisions I'm making throughout the day, and even who to hang out with, and who to work with, and what job to take? What are my core motivations for what I'm doing and how I'm doing them? Because when we value others, we accept others, we ask questions about others, we are interested in them. All of a sudden, you can make friends pretty quickly if you're a good questions asker and if you're someone that values other people. I've noticed that in my life that I can sit there and talk about myself all day. People tend to check out pretty quickly, and they don't walk away feeling valued. They feel like they maybe know more about you, but you don't know anything more about them after a conversation like that. Um, am I asking questions to understand or asking to respond? So for me, I'm really bad at this. I already have an answer formulated as the person is finishing speaking. When in reality, maybe I should just be listening to understand what they're trying to say and not be listening for response, but listening to understand. That's been huge for me. Um, in any situation, am I winning or are we winning? As a team, at work, in ministry, doesn't matter what we're doing. The vision, the greater goal, what is that looking like? Is it my benefit? Is it the team's benefit? Even at work, am I working just to make a higher salary myself, or am I working to better the company as a whole, that we all win? The other employees around me are also recipients of benefits that happen through our success. When is the last time, I've had to ask myself this, when is the last time I made a decision, let's say socially, relationships, friendships, when is the last time I made a decision that was not based on what I wanted? What would benefit me, what I would enjoy most, what I would like to do? When have I made a choice to hang out with one person that I don't really want to hang out with, but I know needs invested in, versus a group of people that I could just relax, be myself, be on my phone, whatever? When have I last made a choice like that? And I'm talking to myself here. I'm pretty sure none of you struggle with selfishness or never have, but this is just me talking to myself about what makes my decisions for me. What am I focused on, and how am I living to value others? The first step in recognizing selfishness is to admit it. It's like, where am I acknowledged that I am being selfish? This is an area of my life that I'm only valuing what I want and not what others want. So for me, the first thing was to recognize it and admit it. That's the first step in having victory over selfishness. Often we don't view these sins and things as important or as bad as some other sins that we would classify as just awful. But sin is sin in the eyes of God, and this is something that should not be a part of a believer's life. We should be people that value others. We should be people that others want to be around, because we're not just focused on ourselves and our own success, but everyone's success around us and valuing other people. We are fulfilled and validated when we value other people, contrary to human nature that says I must exalt myself above others in order to be valuable. We love you, we're praying for you, and we will see you next week on another revival moment where we look up to reach out. Stay cool.